Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Not Spilling the Tea.
Welcome back to Spilling the Tea.
Oh, you like to do it. That's why you cringe.
No. I'm weird today.
Clearly, to get the shit right.
Woo! I'm real weird today.
Why are you so weird?
I don't know. I do know, but I don't know.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
We'll not talk about it till she's ready to talk about
I have this thing where I just hold in all my problems until I explode.
it. Yeah. That's norm. That's norm.
Very healthy.
Very.
Save it for therapy.
Save it for people who she pays to listen.
Yeah. Yes.
Because, us people. Anyway, welcome back to Spilling the Tea.
Today we're going to trauma dump.
Yeah, she is going to talk about whatever is going through her trauma.
Yeah. Maybe one day. Not today.
I guess not today. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I know you guys were waiting for that.
Hope you all are doing great.
Yeah, I'm so annoying.
Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for all the love and comments, likes.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of haters lately.
Hey, haters make us grow, so bring it on.
Hating on us. So, all right, we'll address the elephant in the room to this.
Okay. Elephant in the room.
Look.
Tell me about the elephant.
Our Swiftie.
Yeah.
Content. It's actively getting hated on.
I love that. I love that.
We had some really supportive Swifties in the comments who, when people will like make a comment and it's like, use this as a dislike button.
Yeah.
We had a couple people do that on the video. So but it's so funny. Okay, but this is what's funny. So there's half of the views going and disliking that and entertaining her, which I think she commented, you can go look at it, but it's like she commented like use this as a button for any Swifties who don't like this podcast now. And like as soon as I saw that, I'm like, first off, she's probably never watched any video besides this one.
Right.
She I think was approximately 13. She shouldn't be watching our videos anyway.
Okay.
And outside of that, the whole other side of those views has turned into subscribers.
Which I love too.
We've gotten more hate and support on that video simultaneously than probably any of our other videos. It's converted more haters and at least 15 subscribers.
I love to hear that.
So that's, okay, good place to get into, because I just feel like not everybody's gonna like us. And this is something I literally like, man, you guys know how much I love therapy. This is something that I actively work on so much, because I'm like, half the people I've met in my life do not like me. And so I don't know why I put content out thinking like I'm not going to get people who don't like me. Like, what am I thinking?
I mean, I think you're still at the stage of life where you actually care who likes and who likes you, who doesn't like you, who is commenting what on your content, and you immediately get on defense mode. For me, I'm at that point in my life where I don't care about the people who comment. I mean, I will entertain you whenever I want to.
Yeah.
But that's all the attention I'm giving you.
And I think that's the thing, is I spent so long, like, I think I just didn't care so early on.
Right.
Or that, like, I just convinced myself I didn't. So then, like, once I actually, like, started putting myself out there more, because it was, like, to the point I just didn't care so much that I didn't start new conversations. I wasn't making content. I wasn't meeting new people. I didn't care that anybody else existed for a very long time of my life. So now at this point in my life where I'm like, I'm really valuing my relationships and connections, and I'm putting content out there, and I'm, I'm giving more opinions, that I forgot that a lot of my opinions are unpopular. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, like we just established. And I think I needed to be more mentally prepared for that.
Yeah, and clearly you weren't.
I wasn't. And so that's why, like, I already have, I have some help managing the pages. But like, if I get on and I see that there's comments, I'm like, I want to go respond, and I shouldn't be doing that. So,
Right. And my whole thing is like, we alone can only do so much to satisfy
yeah.
the amount of people watching us.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what I tell myself is, look, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my fun and my entertainment. If I make good connections through it, great. If I don't,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, having that balance of still being able to meet other people, but also not giving a shit about what they care. Like, if
Right.
you're not paying my bills, I don't care what you care.
Yep.
Like, if you are buying my beer, then I'll care what you have to say.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing anything for me,
what's it matter?
Why?
Literally, it doesn't.
Why do you matter?
Yeah, it doesn't, and they don't. And I think it's just because I don't know. I really don't know, and I'm trying to figure it out. And I've had two very important people. One of my mentors, and then the other, my therapist, my second mother, and my best friend, my soulmate, my therapist. These two people have both said to me in the past month that, verbatim, they almost said it exactly the same, and it was about a week apart.
Mm-hmm.
The most successful people don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
And when my therapist said that to me, I was like,
yeah.
Because she
I don't know, why did you have to wait for your therapist to tell you that? I mean, look at me. I don't give a fuck.
I know, but like, I just need, at the right times when I hear things, I can hear things for, my whole life. But if I'm not ready to like receive and process the information and implement it into my life, then it just is in one ear and out the other. But I was ready to hear it when she said it. It shocked me, stunned me. And then like 3 days later, my mentor said it. And I was like, okay, the universe is like shoving this down my throat that I need to stop caring so much. And it's funny because like I'll have conversations with, people, and they're like, I never would have thought you cared anyway. And I'm like, well, I do a real good job at making people think I don't, and then I go cry by myself.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
Yeah,
is crying over it.
Yeah, I'm a big
other people
faker.
don't deserve your tears.
I know, and I'm gonna do better. And guess what? I got unpopular opinions for days. So the point I wanted to get at with that content is we are allowed to not listen to the same music as you.
Yeah.
You know how many of I always go back to country music because I can't stand it. So let me rile up a bunch more fans and love and support, but it hurts. It gives me a headache. And I'd go as far to say 95% of my friends, best friends, sisters love country music. And guess what? We're still friends. We still do things, They might even play the music around me. And guess what I do? I tolerate it quietly. Okay?
I always play my country music when she's around.
Sick about it. But that's the thing.
But here's the thing.
It's a choice to take somebody as they are and just not, it's fine.
I feel like there's two different types of country music at this point. There's like the old country music and there's the new country music.
Like more poppy,
more like beat related, and not always the let's go to church, let's go hunting, fishing shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you expose yourself to other newer country artists, you may come to like a couple.
Nope, I won't. And I'm fine with that.
It's a choice you're making.
It is. It's yes. It's the same way I feel about,
because you don't want to break your stereotypic mindset.
No, I just hate it. I just really
because
hate it.
You hated it.
And I'm not gonna. That's not to say I don't hear.
It's like someone hated mushrooms when they were kids, and now as an adult they're like, oh my god, the shiitake mushrooms. I don't want to try it. I hated mushrooms when I was a kid.
I will die on this hill.
Hallucination mushrooms. I don't want to get hallucinations. I'm not gonna try it. Like that's the kind of person.
Wait,
like,
that's
that's
so
what you
funny.
sound like. Like I heard country music when I was a kid and I hated it. As an adult, I've already made my mind. I'm gonna hate it.
Let me just
No
say,
matter who it is, I'm gonna hate it.
I've been hearing it for the past 25 years. It's not like I only heard it for a couple years and then was just like, nope.
Tell me.
The last time I heard a country song,
Tell me.
like last week.
Tell me the people you listen your country music with, okay, or you randomly listen to.
It's everywhere. It's in
It's
stores.
everywhere.
It's in the radio. It's in my friends' cars. It's in like places I've been, house parties and stuff, and a bunch of sitting around a bonfire. It's been forced down my throat for so long, and I think
you're telling me for all these years, all this country artists, all this different country music.
Get to the point.
All of these different rhythms. There's not even one single song that you like.
No, I never said that. I dislike the genre as a whole, but have I heard a song here and there that I liked? Yes. The light went off. Because what's that one where she's talking about, forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
You can see us fine.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere. The one song where she's like talking about the guy and he cheats and she like busts his car out.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple here and there, but yeah, it's funny because it's like I would listen to a girl country before I would listen to a guy country, which any other genre, I'm pretty much the opposite. Like, you know, my other music, I'd say 80% of my music is male artists. Yeah. But when it comes to country, it's not for me. And, you know, my friends probably dislike that about me. But guess what? Hey. They don't leave me hate comments.
Hey, I just deal with it. She doesn't want to hear it. She needs to get in a different car.
I don't complain.
Yeah, I mean, complain or just deal with it. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like,
or
hey.
like she says, I tolerate it.
I'm like, can we listen to something else now?
Yeah, she will say that.
Or I just get in the car right away and I'm like, can I please plug my phone in?
Yeah,
pretty please.
I don't get the pretty please. Okay, I just say, hey, can I plug my phone?
I say it so nicely and sweetly.
I feel like now I need to make sure that you actually compliment me every time you want to plug in your phone in my car.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Bring me snacks.
Yeah.
Bribe you.
Bribe me.
Yeah.
Make me feel woo.
Yeah.
Slay.
You know. Wait. Okay. So since you mentioned not caring about the comments, one of those commenters was your dear husband.
Oh, he was.
Yes.
Oh, he was.
Her husband is hating on our shorts.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you guys should have not posted this shit. You'll have a lot of hate coming your way." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, bring it on, babe. Bring it on. I mean, the whole point of us making that short is to attract that hater crowd to our page.
I know.
You know.
I literally told our editor, Cam, I'm so sorry. I told him be more controversial, and then the moment he did, I ran into a hole and died.
Yeah, because she's a little kitty.
And then when your husband commented, I was like,
but you see, like,
why did she let him? Like,
first of all, when he commented it, I didn't even see it till like 3
later.
days later.
Did he say anything
after
to
you? Made a comment on the snap. Remember when we were snapping you said something? Oh, what does he have something to say about our short? I was like, what is she talking about? And that's when I asked him, and I was like, what did you do? And he was like, oh yeah, it seems like you didn't see my comment I made. And I was like, no, clearly.
He didn't say anything to you about the video or anything. He didn't say anything.
And then we went into this whole conversation, and he was like, oh, I don't think Sid is ready for that hate yet. And I was like, she'll have to get over it.
Yeah, I am now. So come at me.
Well, apparently in 1 week she's over it.
I'm just not gonna read anything. That's gonna be until I am mentally able to handle it. I'm gonna purely avoid.
You literally just said, bring it on.
Yeah,
so,
but I'm just,
now you're literally saying,
bring it on,
when
because
I'm mentally ready. Like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Because I'm just not gonna look. So I'm ready. Do what you want. Just know that I'm literally not even on the internet right now. No, I'm not. I'm not spending very much time on the internet right now because it's way too distracting for me. And I think the problem is, like, I've just been doing so much like self work lately. So now all these little things that are happening are like getting my full attention, and they shouldn't be. So until I get out of this like extreme self awareness, since I've been like working on myself so much, till I can slowly ease out of that and back into like reality. Yeah, I'm off the internet. I am
All
just
I will tell you is it is always good to have a balance of reality and what is not your
delusion.
yes, like delusion. I feel like yes, you need to have that balance.
Yeah.
I try. I'm not. I do my best to have that balance. I'm not gonna say that I always have that balance. And I sometimes am very like very delulu. There are days when I'm super delulu, and some days I'm like, woo,
Yeah.
reality.
But what is it? How do we snap back into reality? Like what is it for you that's like, all right, bitch, let me get my head on straight.
I have a conversation to myself.
Yeah, I did one of those yesterday, like us staring myself in the eyes in the mirror and just talking shit to myself.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I don't talk shit to myself. I talk shit about the scenario. And I'm like, if I was a different person, how is this going to play out? Sometimes I pretend I'm my friend therapist. Sometimes I pretend
like someone else is talking to
yeah, someone else is talking to me. Sometimes I pretend Andrew is talking to me because Andrew sometimes has like a whole different perspective that I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I guess so. So I try to think about that. I try to talk myself into that kind of scenarios.
yeah.
And then just play it out in my head. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? The reality is this. Fuck those things.
Yeah, and that's
This could
usually
be.
where I
Could
end
not
up
be.
landing too. I with my process makes me really look psychotic, but I ended up in front of my mirror with about 25 sticky notes all over the mirror of key points that so like I'll be like talking to myself in this moment and like little bit of little hard on myself, but it's like in a constructive way. And then things that I'm like, I need to hear that 55 times, I write it down. Boom, 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 boom. And then I end up with so many that I look really crazy, but I feel good after. And I feel, and your process is good too, thinking of other people's perspectives. That would be bad for me, but because I would get too deep into it.
Yeah, and I do that not because I care about what they say or anything.
But it
I
helps
just
you like, understand
okay,
yourself.
what would Andrew say? What would Sydney say?
Yeah, just and any of these things are better than seeking answers outside. I feel like that's what it comes down to. If you can find the answer yourself, whatever way you have to do it, because it's been like, like I don't like having to go to somebody else for advice, or unless you need to, unless it's something
Right.
that like you need to talk to somebody about. But like I feel seeking out information and advice from other people is something that I used to do too much and rely on too much, that you stop understanding how to help yourself, you know?
And that is definitely true. I totally agree with that. I go for advice out. I wouldn't say I don't, but there's so many times when I talk it out to myself, it's like a self check.
Yeah.
It's a self check to, okay, you're accepting reality. It's a self check to, okay, I can do this without anybody's help.
Yeah.
It's a self check of, okay, I got this. Whatever the scenario could be.
Yeah.
Whether you're in a bad situation, wanting to do something, talking yourself out of something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like talking it, and when I do it, I go in with a fresh mind. Like, I try to stay calm away from a phone for a few minutes and then just go talk to myself. So I'm not
Right.
distracted, I'm not thinking about anything, and I'm just like focused on trying to resolve this in my head.
Yeah.
First.
And the headspace that you're in is very important too, because I think the reason that I can't seek advice out so much is because other people's opinions. I don't know if it's because I'm such an empath, like I feel other people's emotions too much, like so other people's opinions hold too much weight to me. Like we just talked about, like I care too much about things that I should not care about.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the empath in me that like always is looking for a deeper understanding of people and things, and I forget that not everybody operates like that.
Right.
These
yeah.
people don't care to understand me. They weren't gonna like me regardless.
5 fingers, never the same.
What?
5 fingers, not the same. They'll operate differently. That's how people's opinions are. They don't fucking. They're never the same. They're always gonna have different opinions.
I guess you're right.
It's an Indian thing.
Never heard
Indians
that.
will always say, 5 fingers are never the same.
Yeah.
5 people
Never
never think the same.
Yeah, except it's like 500 million, and they're all very different.
All very different, yeah.
And I think that's just like, that's the problem, is people forget. Yes, we're all very different, and that's what makes the human race the human race. That is literally the only reason I like people, because we're all so different.
Yeah.
And everybody has different things to offer, and different things that I can learn and understand and, you know, use in my own life or whatever, or not use. But I think the problem is people forget that we're also all doing the same thing. Like, we're all just born into this world trying to figure it out, do our best, and then we all die.
Yeah.
You know, as different as we are, we're all very alike. And I just do my best to not give anybody else a hard time. I don't understand why other people like to.
Like, I don't understand either. Like, some people make it so much harder for other people to exist.
Yeah, and they like that. Like, those people thrive off that. Yeah, they're like, let me make this person's day worse, and I'll feel better.
Because I'll feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me bring this person down because I'll feel better. I'm like, nah, man, just be a human.
And I think that says a lot about you too. Like, if you're in that mindset of wanting to, like, you know, hurt people or put people down, it means that you're hurt. And if you're not, like, running around, you know, and that's what they say, like, anybody doing better than you is never going to talk down to you or treat you bad or anything or hate on what you're doing. It's only the people who are not doing things.
Right. I mean, you know, and this is kind of not related at all, but a lot of times, me being in real estate, a lot of people tell me, oh, how are you friends with this other realtor? Oh, why do you comment on this person's page? Oh, or like if it's a different area, you know, like I sometimes tag somebody.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why are you tagging her? Would you rather not have the business for yourself? And I'm like, I don't fucking serve that area, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what's the point? You
just
know,
worrying.
Yeah, I have a team, but if I can give this business into this particular person who serves that none of us do, then why not?
Help someone else
Help
out.
somebody else out. If I don't want to drive to Anderson and I know somebody in Anderson who can help this client out, I'm giving up that client.
Yeah.
You know, like there are, like, you just have to remember at the end of the day, we all can coexist. We don't need to bring each other down. Instead, I try my best to hype other people up.
Right.
Even if it's a realtor, even if it's a freaking social media influencer.
Yeah, just liking somebody's post, supporting them in any way.
And just supporting them, right. I mean,
telling them, good job, buddy.
Good job. Yeah, sometimes,
keep doing your thing.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes, you know, as much as we think that, we don't, a lot of people have the same kind of mindset that I don't care about what other people do or say or anything, but at the end of the day, when you see your own followers giving you the love instead of your non-followers, it kind of gives you this boost of, you know, I don't know what is the right word, but
whatever it is, like
satisfaction.
I'd rather be the person.
My people care.
Yeah.
And just as much as I care for them.
Right. Yeah. And I'd rather be the person that somebody wakes up and they're like, oh, she was nice to me today or made me feel good today, rather than be the person of, wow, what she said made me upset or put me in my own head or made me feel bad. Like, why do you want to be that person? And the thing is, the world is so hard for a lot of people that it is so easy to make somebody's day. If you're pulling out in the road and you let somebody go before you, if somebody lets me turn or flags me to go ahead, I'm like, what a goddamn angel.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, they might as well have gave me $1 million, because people are just so mean and negative all the time
All
that
the
when
time.
someone does something like that, you're just shocked and you just feel good. Like, let me let someone turn in front,
Little
like,
things
pay
like
for someone's
gestures.
coffee, buy them $1 coffee. And like, you know, anytime I do little things like that, I just feel so good inside. I'm like, I really hope that they, like, I reminded that person today that people don't suck everywhere all the time.
Right, yeah. And you know, it's I wish one day everybody has that kind of mindset.
Yeah, they
you know,
won't, though.
That we all can coexist. But
We're,
like I mentioned earlier, five fingers are not the same. None of us are
Yeah.
gonna feel the same way.
and I have to learn to coexist in a world of, you know, and that's the thing, like, everything has balance, and part of this balance means that while you're on your journey to be successful and happy and just living, people are going to actively work against it, and that is life, and that's what makes it life. You have obstacles and you gotta figure them out.
Life is not gonna be a straight line.
Like this.
It's a rocky mountain with a lot of rocks.
Ridges and spikes at the bottom.
Yep.
Pop your
Probably
tires.
some lava on the way. Yeah, put tires. You need hiking shoes.
So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. But hey Siri, set a timer for 12 minutes. I'm just trying to keep on schedule here because we don't do very good at that. But
yeah,
little rant. So this will be posted this Sunday.
Okay.
So Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Are we gonna do a
Good luck.
Valentine's Day episode? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. So
I'm excited.
But yeah, the first month of the year is ending. How was your first month of the year?
My first month of the year.
2024.
2024. Oh my God.
Woo-hoo.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of opportunities have fallen on my lap.
Yep.
That I am totally digging, and it's making me think harder and harder about my life every day.
Yeah.
And the choices I make every day. Made a couple of new friends, so that was exciting. Had a very very close friend of mine buy a home, first time home buyer, and it was a great moment.
And you got to help him.
Yes, and it was the best. It's always sweeter when it's somebody you know.
Yeah, and you've been watching them.
And and it's just a sweeter moment, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's different. It's a different feeling that I get when I'm like helping total strangers get into this life's biggest purchase of their life.
Yeah.
You know. But then it's a whole different feeling when it's somebody that I know and I love.
Yeah.
And have been in my life for a long time. It's a whole different feeling.
What else this month? You took a little trip ski.
Oh shit, heck yeah, I did.
What was that event?
I went to Charleston for my first time at the AEW Dynamite.
Woo!
I know, wrestling and stuff. A lot of people don't know about me. I don't like wrestling a lot. But I am very sporty. Like I love sports.
Yeah.
I love anything that's entertaining. So I may not be watching it, may not be following it on a daily basis, but when I'm put in that situation, I'll vibe with the crowd. I'll scream.
Yeah, you like a good competition.
Yeah. I do end up like that. And I was the same way at Doja Cat. I didn't really know a lot about her, but I was like, hell yeah,
there for a good time.
Yeah, just having a good time. And oh my God, it was a great time. I went there for my husband, Andrew. Wrestling is his thing.
Yeah, he looked so happy in all the videos.
He was a boy in a candy store.
Yeah.
Filled with sour candies. Because that's Andrew. Okay?
Did anything crazy happen while you guys were there?
Nothing super, super crazy. Besides, I think Andrew said that he didn't know that one of his favorite wrestler was gonna be there, and he showed up.
Who was it?
Chris Jericho. So he was.
I don't know why I even asked.
I don't even know who he is, but Andrew was like, "Oh my God!" So Andrew made me take I had 400, no, not 400. I had 389
Pictures
videos and pictures all together.
He couldn't even do it. He was just
He had like 10
yeah
on his phone.
He was
and present. I was just like
Yeah.
pictures, videos, because I was doing it for him, you know. And he was very happy that I got a bunch of his videos that he loves. Yeah, and I think I deleted a lot of them too. So yeah.
You guys got a cute little hotel too.
Oh my god, yeah. Talk to the hotel room, man. Expedia,
It was cute.
Killed it. Cute little hotel room. We could have easily had another 6 people in there, and everybody could have got got
big.
to sleep on their bed less than $100.
Yeah. Well, it made me think. I wanted to ask you if you've had, because I sure have had some crazy hotel stories. Do you have any crazy hotel stories, or not even just like crazy, just like ridiculous? That I've just feels like half the time if I go to a hotel and nothing ridiculous happens, it's like a success. Like the last time we went. So you don't have any?
I mean, I do, but I want to see how crazy yours are.
Mine are like nightmares. Okay. So the one I think of was when I went to Charlotte just about a year ago for a concert, when we went to the OGZ concert. Mind you, this was supposed to be the best day of my life because I have been waiting to see him live for years. Okay, very excited. So I got a little drunk, a little too excited, and mind you, I was only like a year into motherhood. I hadn't been drinking much, so this was like my night out. I was like ready to go. Okay, but as in any situation of a good time, somebody has to be responsible. Nobody was. I took it as an opportunity to just let loose, and so did my guest. And it was a disaster. So long story short, we get there fine, and we Uber to the show. And first thing that this whole experience was just ridiculous. Like, first thing that happens is I had, you keep the tickets on your phone. I had both the tickets on my phone, but when I got there to show the tickets, only one was coming up. So I'm now holding up the whole line because I can't find my other ticket. My anxiety. I was panicking. I wanted to just leave. But thank God these people were so nice at the underground in Charlotte. The workers were all very cool. They were like, all right, step aside for a second and figure it out. So I go figure it out and I get the website and I'm like, and the person with me is just being like super unhelpful and like panicking also and like yelling at me. So at this point, I'm just like very irritated. So finally, I find the ticket, I scan it, we go in. I am putting them down, waiting for the show to start. There's a couple people opening, putting them down. That Mexican OT came out. People know who that is. It was good. So that's when things started to get real rowdy. By the time OGZ came out, I was
out of it.
At one point, I fell down into the middle. So I had fun. I got a picture with him and everything. I'm gonna send that, and can we put it up on the screen, the picture? So this should be the picture of me and OGZ. Yeah, you can. I wasn't standing. I wouldn't touch him because I was so nervous. Because I didn't know what was going on. The person I was with knew how bad I wanted to meet him and see him and everything. So he said something to him on the stage, and OGZ was like, "Go stand under the poster." So we go stand under this Biggie poster, and we didn't know that's where they were doing the VIP meet and greets. So we were standing at the front of this line. We never paid for any VIP, nothing. And all of a sudden he starts walking over, hops in the middle, and some guy's taking our picture. And I was just so shocked and stunned the whole time. I couldn't even move. I didn't believe that he was next. He was so much bigger than I thought he was going to be. That was a real fangirl moment for me. It was real bad. So
once again, what happened to the hotel?
Yeah, anyway, so the show's over and I am back in reality. And
I don't know. This better be a good hotel story.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so stupid and bad and annoying. So I have taken so many pictures and videos at this point that my phone is about to die. Mind you, we have to Uber back to the hotel. So I need my phone. The person I'm with phone already dead. So we got a 50-50 chance to make it back, right? Mind you, also the hotel was something I booked through Airbnb, so I had a code on my cell phone to get into the room. Okay.
So a lot of cell phone shit.
It was very important that my phone stay charged. Very important.
Very.
So I was so worried about my phone dying. I was like, I don't want to Uber back because it's going to make my phone die.
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand the logic. So what did we do instead? We walked from the underground to our hotel downtown Charlotte at 11 o'clock at night. Walked across a highway. We had to cross a highway. I barely remember this. You know what else we had to do? I was so worried about my phone dying. We had to use the Google Maps on my phone the entire time.
Such a dumbass.
So why didn't we Uber? I have no idea. To this day, I don't know why we Ubered. I remember I woke up the next day and I was like, why didn't we Uber?
Because you guys were drunk.
And he was like, I thought your phone was dead. I was like, well, how did we follow the GPS? Nothing made any sense. So we get to the hotel. We actually make it there, and my phone is dead. We get up to the room, and that's when I remember, oh, the code's in my phone. So he's mad at me. I'm about to burst into tears. I was just like, I don't even... That's why my ID, remember my ID was all crooked? Because I was taking my ID, trying to open the door and break us in the room. So my ID was like bent in half. So anyway, long story short, we
for the fourth time.
Yeah. So we eventually we're sitting outside the room, like just no idea what to do, just sitting outside the door. He was about to go to sleep right in the hallway. People lived in this building. These were apartments. This was mortifying. So these two girls, they sound real drunk and real fun. They start coming up the hallway, and I was like, this is the opportunity. So I said, hey, can we use your phone charger, please? So they just let us in their room. It was right down the hall. They let us in their room. We plugged my phone in. We stood there and talked to these girls for like 10 minutes, long enough to get my phone on, and then left back to the room, passed out, and that was a wrap. One of the worst ways to end the best day of my life. So yeah, that was the disaster in Charlotte.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not as, climatic as it seemed, but
yeah, I know.
It was just problem after stupid decision after. It was just such a mess. So that's example number one. Do you have anything you'd like to?
Yeah. My hotel room experience had someone else's hair and stuff. Basically, they forgot to clean the room.
Okay, well, that's gross.
Now, that is a gross hotel room story.
All right, well,
unlike your goddamn, I lost my phone.
I lost my everything.
Charge on my phone.
That's not even the worst. Oh my gosh, I forgot we drove my grandma's car there because her car is just like better. My car is like, I didn't want to put more miles on it, the car that I had at the time. And this is like an hour and a half drive from where we live. So I drove my grandma's car. At some point while we were walking from the underground to the hotel, I dropped the car key. So I totally forgot. In the morning when we walked up, we retraced our steps. We walked back to the underground to look for the car key. Never found it. So that morning we had to call a service to come make us a new key before we could even leave Charlotte.
Now that's a trip disaster.
And then I was just ready to quit my life at that point. And I was like, I'm just going to be a groupie. I said, he's going to this next city. Let's just head that way. And then the dude, I was just like, are you out of your mind? Like, he just wanted to, yeah,
it's my day off today.
Yeah, I was just real. Yeah, that was a bad time. So, but,
yeah, let us know about your hotel disaster.
Oh my God, if anybody has any like really good stories,
crazy hotel stories,
email it to us and we'll read it.
Yeah.
If anybody ever, okay, this is a good time too. We have an email address. So if anybody ever wants to ask us anything, because like we might be really chaotic.
And you don't want to be on YouTube comments.
Yeah, you'll be anonymous. I would never say anybody's name or anything like that. It's, let me make sure I get it right. I think it's spillingtheteapod@gmail.com. But yeah, if anybody has any fun questions about life or just anything
Not just
at all,
questions. If you have a
fun story you want us to share and just hear, please do it. Spillingtheteapod@gmail.com.
Spilling the tea pod.
Pod, not pot. POD, like
I just said
podcast.
pod.
I know, just making sure people can hear us loud and clear.
Spilling the tea with TEAT.
And maybe Cam will throw that up here. Spillingtheteapod@gmail.com. Send us things,
Ta-da!
please, you guys. That would be so fun.
Yeah, let's make this an interactive pod.
Yes.
Let's do what the viewers want us to do.
I know. People don't. I love you all for watching and supporting, but geez, even trying to get my besties to leave a comment is like pulling teeth. So, people who like to interact, come on, we're here. We're here and we're listening.
And Sydney kinda cares. Sorry about my laugh. This is my cunning laugh.
She's right. So, everybody, there will be a Valentine's Day episode next week.
Yeah.
And
super excited.
I look like a walking Valentine's Day advertisement already. So
I don't. I look like tea.
We'll be real festive in the next one.
Yes, we will. I have a perfect t-shirt to wear.
So thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys. Love you all.